anything could happen when you're day drinking. Somebody jerk you off in a truck. You jerk yourself off somewhere. It's daytime. You know, it's like the wolves are out. It's almost like a full moon, but all day long.
I remember I got on a school bus one day, and the man didn't even take us to school. He just drove us around. And fighting with black kids is tough. I don't know if you ever fought a bunch of black dudes, but they win. They win, dude. Dude, I got jumped one time after a football game by 5 black dudes. I don't know if you ever fought 5 black dudes at night. Just imagine you're fighting 5 black dudes, right? Now close your eyes. Now how many black dudes are you fighting? As many as your imagination can hold. And white kids are horrible too, man. It was just in poverty. It's just that's what's going on, man. And if you're a black guy and you feel like that's racially insensitive, then imagine you're fighting 5 white dudes in a cloud. Like, damn, this cloud is aggressive and accurate.
Dude, we used to get high when we were kids, and we'd go outside and get high, and then I'd come back in early into my buddy's house. And I would tell his dad, I would be like, "Oh, Mr. Mike, man," because his dad was like had a lot of like anti-gay energy, you know.
Really?
Yeah, and he would just say stuff all that, you know, like queers, just say stuff, you know, just like ignorant shit, you
Did
know.
he have his pants off when he did
Huh? No, I didn't see anything like that. But I'd come in after we'd been out there smoking weed. I'd come in and I'd be like, "Mr. Mike, man, they were being, I don't know, Richard was over, and people were just being kind of."
Touchy-feely.
Yeah, it's just real strange out there.
You bait him? Did you bait him?
Yeah, bro. So then, dude, my friends Adam would come back inside, man, and his dad would be like, "What in the fuck have you boys been doing out there? You've been queering around." And
queering as a verb is very funny.
"Oh, you've been queering around, boys?" And he would just, just lighting into it, dude. And I would be dying with laughter. And they were so high, they didn't know how to explain that they hadn't been, queering.
They're so high and you set them up. Do you feel bad about that?
I feel great about it. That shit was some of the fun. I loved creating an ambiance in advance, man.
Oh, so you knew it was coming.
And they had a gas leak over at that house too, man. And we'd go over there, bro. We'd sleep from fucking Friday night to Sunday morning, bro.
Really?
No matter what you do, you're not going to shit your pants like Bobby Lee.
Dude, how many different places is that guy going to shit himself? I mean, I don't know if he does it on purpose or accident, but figure it out. Dude, I shit myself 2 times in a month, bro. I'm going to the hospital. This dude's milling around America to shit himself. Yeah.
Do you work out in general?
I used to. I used to be into like powerlifting and everything, dude. I used to be jacked back in the day.
Really?
I was an animal, dude. I was fucking.
Were you on them
sprinkling
steroids?
protein powder under my.
Were you on them steroids though?
I was on steroids for a while when I was young, dude.
Really?
Yeah.
You were on steroids?
Testosterone, something. Yeah.
You just decided to run a stack just to get jacked?
Yeah, it was like a southern stack. It was like testosterone and like Crisco or something.
I was gonna say gravy. Yeah. Fucking test and gravy. D-ball and fucking fried chicken.
Bad, yeah. Oh, I was so jacked.
And Mountain Dew Red.
Dude, I was so jacked at one point. I couldn't use Q-tips in my ears because I couldn't get my...
Really?
Yeah.
Is there pictures online of this?
I don't know. There might be, man.
Fucking find that, Chin.
It might be.
You were just doing it just to try it out or what?
I mean, if you want to really know when I really think back on what I was doing.
Yeah, I'd love that.
I was just...
How old were you, first of all?
Yeah, I was, let me see, 17 or 18. Nope, it was after that. That's when I got involved in this damn cult.
What the fuck?
Whatever.
Is that a real cult?
Yeah, bro.
Are you not on set there?
That's out in Reseda, dude.
What are you doing?
Huh?
Why are you doing
Looking
that?
for the Lord, brother. What do you think I was doing? Same thing you probably were. But,
Hey, man. What do you...
Yeah, bro. Whatever, dude. You never hung around black people? Things happen, bro.
No. Bro, it looks like you're in, like, Africa there.
Yeah, I
hanging out with
wasn't,
the
dude. I was
Aborigines.
probably out east of Santa Clarita.
And you were just trying to blend in?
Just an adult. Yeah, dude. It's,
Rural. It gets pretty rural out there.
How long were you out there?
Oh, dude, long enough, bro. Long enough to catch the sweats, you know? Long enough to put a warp zone in your spirit. I was out there, dude, eating fucking dolphin dandruff, doing dope. Out there, boy. Playing Color Me Mine with my own body. Living out there, boy. Making pottery out of my dick. But I'll tell you this, man. What were we talking about? Oh, steroids.
Oh, steroids. Before you were in a cult.
Yeah, man.
Damn, doing dick pottery.
Dude, I've been in some
Aborigines.
That's the dark arts, bro. I've been in the dark arts.
You've been in some dark places, man.
Dude.
There's some Theo darkness there, bro.
But I've never been in a fire on La Cienega that lasted this long. Jesus Christ.
Back to your fucking
But yeah, I used to use them, and I used
Jack
performance
stack.
enhancing drugs, and I used, and the only thing I was really getting performance enhanced for was really the 11th grade. I think about that kind of stuff, like if a plane crashed, I already know I'm planning ahead, dude. I'd eat a Vietnamese guy.
Why?
Because that's easy. It's a starter move. If you attack somebody bigger, if you eat somebody bigger in front of other people, it's going to alarm people. But you
You got to eat a small person, so stature is important.
I think if you gum down a Viet, people aren't going to be that upset at you.
Well, the
you know?
Vietnamese people are going to be super upset. What are you talking about?
No, they're
Somebody's
okay.
dad.
Yeah, they're more understanding of things, dude.
Is this a character you're playing?
No. But if you eat a black lady and her family's there, they're going to be pissed.
So you think a Vietnamese person would let you slide?
I think that they'd be much more forgiving over a couple of day period.
I think
Like their relatives. You don't think so? Honestly.
Well, one thing, no, I don't think so. I definitely think they'd be super pissed at you, especially modernized ones. But what is interesting is like Vietnam is one of the few places where Americans can go back to Vietnam and they don't seem to hold any grudge at all.
Exhibit A. Exhibit A, man, honestly. Well, Asian people in general are just much more forgiving and understanding, it seems like. I feel like. I don't have much.
I think that's a giant generalization.
It probably is, you know. I mean, I did a fast for like 4 days, and then I was at the Best Buy, and I remember this Vietnamese guy was trying to help me out, and I couldn't even hear him. I was so hungry, and I couldn't.
You did a fast for 4 days?
Oh, dude, yeah.
What were you trying to prove?
I don't know, man. I was probably just dealing with some stuff, and I was just trying to find a different way to handle it, you know?
Right.
And then I remember this Vietnamese guy, and I remember thinking if everybody turned the other way for a second, I could eat this young fella, you know? Ben. His name was Ben, actually, over there in Westwood. I'd never thought.
Oh, my God, it's so ridiculous.
But here's the thing. I'd never thought that before.
So you only thought you got to the verge of cannibalism after just 4 days?
Yeah.
Damn. How much weight did you lose?
I probably lost about 4 pounds, but pounds I needed too. You
Wow.
know? But I got clear, man. I could hear, swear to God, y'all could hear somebody fold a piece of bread from 80 feet away, bro. I was so hungry, dude. I could hear a fucking skittle hit the cement across the street. I really could, man.
Do you think that it heightened your senses because your hunger was so sharp?
100%. And I could see how people felt. I could see how people felt. If somebody wasn't feeling well, I could see it, man.
Whoa.
Dude, my friend, when I was in the busboy industry a long time ago, you know, and the first gay dude I ever met, this dude Billy Conforto.
How old were you?
I was probably 14, right?
That was the first gay you ever met.
Yeah, that ever met straight on.
Was he 14 too?
No, he was probably 30. So, and he was like the toughest gay dude, so he could like fight, and he was gay. Nobody'd ever seen it, you know?
That's scary for a homophobe.
Oh, totally.
Some dude will fuck you up and suck your dick.
Oh, that's the biggest fear.
Or make you suck his.
That's the crazy part.
With no teeth? Yeah. He punches all your teeth out.
Oh, that's got to be crazy. So that changed the game for a lot of homophobes because they're like, who's this queer, you know?
Oh, dude.
And then you're like, oh, if that dude knocks me out and then makes love to me, it's going to be a 0 for 2 tonight, you know?
Yeah, that's a more than 2 points.
Yeah.
That's like a 10-8 round.
But Billy had pit bulls, and he sold weed and everything, and we'd get so high, and then I would get so scared of the dogs, man, that I had to go outside a lot of times.
Oh, yeah.
Because I couldn't. He was like more, he'd be a lot more comfortable around him and stuff, but I would get high, and then I would just get scared around the dogs.
Well, it's the dog that can kill you. That's
Right.
what's crazy. It's
That
like
was
they're
it.
they're real sweet and everything, and if you get a good one, you train them right and raise them right. They're so loyal and they're so affectionate, but the power that they have is so wild.
Yeah, I mean, Billy would put on like an Adidas tracksuit and make him like attack things in his yard and shit. So he was like,
So he was training them to be like that.
he was, but he also loved them. But he like also was like from a tough area, so you know there was a value in having the dogs be tough. And
Yeah, there's a lot of people that have that, right? They have dogs that are just protection,
Yeah.
like around their house all the time. If you live in a rough area, there's no better thing than dogs. They let you know when people are there. Everyone's scared of them. It's not, you know, they'd rather break into a house that doesn't have dogs.
Oh, a lot of people, if they didn't have a dad, they would have a dog. You know.
I guess.
I remember the first time we had a conversation, you were talking to somebody about being a kid and playing gay chicken.
Oh yeah. You know, when I was young, we used to play this game called Gay Chicken. They called it. I didn't name the game, but I was, you know, the game existed, and then I existed.
Was it your uncle? Was it a neighbor?
Well, the game was you and a buddy, you'd grab each other's wiener.
Right.
Penis, they called it.
In those days.
Some of you guys call it penis. But yeah, you'd grab it, and the first person to get an erection lost the game.
Right.
So it's like arm wrestling for
It's the stupidest fucking game.
No, it's not.
No.
Simple.
I mean, it is.
Did you
what
win?
it
Did you
is,
ever
dude.
win, or did you
Huh?
lose? Did you lose a lot, or did you win a lot?
Oh, I did real well one season.
What is the gay chicken season? What does that go from?
It's more of a win. It's more, I would say it's an autumn game.
Yeah.
I would say it's kind of.
Well, that's
runs-
so. I think I can see it now. All the leaves changing colors, and just the two of you. What do you play with neighbors or the teams?
No,
or?
you just got. I mean, we only had about 7 guys that played in our little bracket or whatever, but they had.
You know what's weird? You know what's interesting? You have 7 guys in your bracket, yet it's a 2-man game.
Yeah.
And so there's an odd number.
Oh yeah.
Does it have to be 2-man? Can't you like do it in a circle?
Oh come on, lady.
No.
Come on, man. That's y'all are messed up. Y'all are that's called kike. What's that called? Cucking.
Yeah, that's
That
a
I
different
think,
game.
yeah,
That's
you-
a different
No,
game.
that's bukkake.
Oh.
Bukkake?
I'm not doing
No.
Circle jerking.
That's gay.
Circle
Yeah.
Oh, look,
jerking.
look.
Yeah.
And Caroline is the one. Oh, yeah, that's it.
Caroline.
Caroline knows circle jerking. And the other thing that that I remember you.
that. Yeah, I would hate cleaning up probably human shit for some reason. But I remember
More than dog shit?
well, when I was a kid, they had a boy in our neighborhood named Mario, right? And he was dude. He ended up dying. Actually, he did some pills and drove into an embankment. But when I was young, he would shit in his yard, make me bury it, and that's how I was allowed to be friends with him.
How did he make you bury it?
He just asked me to do it, and I was afraid not to do it. I
He
think.
said, hey, yo, dude, you're not going to believe this, but I took a shit, and it's out my yard. I can't even bury it because I'll throw up. Hey, do me a favor and go bury it?
Yeah, he was dark, man. He had a real dark vision, and he would. I mean, he probably honestly, dude. He probably shit 200, 300 times, and I buried it.
No.
I swear to God.
Come on.
I swear
Really?
to God. I swear to God, dude. And he
How'd you not run out of places to make new holes? Did you think you ever dug up old shit to put in new shit?
Oh yeah, I wouldn't be surprised, man. We basically had like the only setup I had, and I didn't even have a strong system. The only setup I had was like one of those plastic, beach,
Oh, no.
like a beach setup, dude. I'm
How'd you
talking.
get
I was
in there?
7.
So, wait a minute. This 7-year-old was doing this? How old was he?
He was 8 or 9.
Oh, he's tricking you by
Yeah.
being older.
He was older, and
2 years when you're 7 is a long stretch. You know, when you're 32,
Oh, yeah.
32 to 34, that doesn't mean shit.
whatever, dude. You-
7 and 9, that's a big stretch.
yeah, you go shit at your house, buddy. That's what I tell people now. But-
So for what was do you remember the first? There's no way you really remember.
I remember
what
100%.
he said.
I don't remember what he said, but I remember.
How did it happen? How did it happen? Will you find yourself with a plastic shovel and another person's shit going, damn. How did it come to this?
Well, it came to it because I know my brother probably wasn't around, and I wanted somebody to play with, and he was older, so I was hanging out, and he was deviant, man.
How so?
He just had a little bit of like he was kind of slithering. You know what I'm talking about? From
He knew how to manipulate you.
yeah, he was
Obviously, you buried his shit 200 plus times.
like he had the same color in the outside of his eye and the inside of his eye. You know what I'm talking
Like
about?
a demon.
Yeah, like a light demon.
El Diablo.
Yeah, like a El Diablo, but also who was in elementary school.
Oh, interesting.
But he.
So when you first found yourself, do you remember the feeling that you first found when you were digging a hole for a dude's shit? Like, just thinking, what am I? How long can I do this? What if he keeps asking? How do I stop this? How did you wind up stopping? That's maybe a better question.
You know what? I don't remember how it kind of, how
Petered
it kind
off?
of, petered off. I don't remember how it kind of tapered off.
His parents ever like, hey, do you ever shit in the house? How come we don't have any missing toilet paper?
Well, dude, you know what? That's what I think it was. I think he was lazy. He was. I'm serious, and he sat outside behind his slide. They had a slide in his yard because they had, a little bit of money.
God.
And he sat outside behind the slide.
Shat is a great word too, by the way.
And it was silty, kind of soil and sand. And I remember going over there. And I still remember. I remember the shade of it, honestly.
What did it look like?
I would say like a taupe, but with a little more brown in it. Invite him to the frickin' bar mitzvah, dog. Let's do it. I've been watching softball. Dude, am I a lesbian? It felt like March of the Penguins a little bit. Mm-hmm.
Were you fucked up?
Yeah, I'm sure I've been drinking. This is back when I used to drink a little.
So what did you like the most when you were partying?
Oh, cocaine, man.
Did you have a top 3 cities that you would go to? You know what I mean? Like that you would look forward to? You're like, that, like, you know what I mean? Like when you get a date, you're like, fucking Tempe. That's where it's going to go.
Oh, Tempe was always just a fun place because it was always a lot of girls there.
But what was the best Coke place?
Oh, I didn't really have them. I mean, New York or L.A., really.
Really?
Yeah, it was just, I didn't do it for long. I just did it sometimes up at the Comedy Store. And when I would do it, I would get off into these, it almost gave me an excuse to just get into whatever. Like I remember buying a bunch of Coke from a dude that had a wolf over up near the 101 and Vine.
He had a wolf?
This dude had a fucking wolf, bro.
Not like a Siberian husky.
No, I'm talking like Jack London, dude, like straight out the book, And this dude put him in the back seat, bro. He gets in the car. I just want some Coke. He gets a call. His mom had died.
During the...
Yeah.
What do you do?
You have to be there for them.
For your Coke dealer.
Bro, it was so...
How long did you stay in the car?
Probably 2.5 hours, dude.
For an 8 ball?
Heartbroken.
Like,
yeah.
Does he give it to you for free? Is he like...
No, at the end I still had to pay and everything, but it was heartbreaking. I drove him around for a while. I mean, I just felt horrible. We didn't have anybody to call. It was almost sad. It was like you saw the other side of, like, I don't know. That was the worst, man. Dude, I've ended up in a lot of shit like that. They had a guy in high school who went to the senior prom, right? And so he asked me to give him a ride to, like, this party after.
Yeah.
In the car, he starts telling me that he wants to move to Hollywood, right?
And where are you? This is in
high school, Louisiana.
Okay. All right.
In Mandeville, Louisiana. So he starts telling me, and then he says that people have always said he looks like Damon Wayans, right? Remember Damon Wayans? Sure. And he is like, it's a white guy with like a shaved head.
It's a white guy?
Yeah, bro.
He's like, people are always saying, look like Damon Wayans.
And that's why he wants to go to Hollywood, bro. And he's like bawling, crying in my car. He had on one of those shirts.
Wait, why is he bawling, crying?
I don't know. He had on one of those shirts with like those shoulder pads in it. Remember, like your mom used to wear sometimes. You know, like it was like feminism, but it was a shirt.
Yes.
And it was dude, he had on one of those, bro, and he was crying.
The shoulder pads was a bad fad, man. The craziest.
My mom had so many of those.
Yeah, of course.
If your mom didn't have a husband, she had a couple of those jackets.
Yeah, no, those were big. Those were big, dude. The 80s.
And he had that on. He just literally had to just be. I had to just like be there for him. I had to sit there and listen and just be supportive, But I missed the whole after party.
That sucks.
I've seen your prom, yeah.
Jesus.
It was the
just
worst.
listen to him talk about how he looks like Damon Wayans.
Yeah.
And wants to move
and
to
now
Hollywood.
he's never going to live up to his potential.
Did you want to move to Hollywood then?
No, I don't think so. I wanted to be an attorney, I think.
You wanted to be an attorney?
Yeah.
So I wanted to be a doctor. You wanted to be an attorney.
Yeah, and I guess looking back on it, I'm trying to think if there was... I stayed in comedy. I was thinking about this the other day because honestly, the truth is it provided me an escape. I just didn't want to settle down. I didn't want... I couldn't just be somewhere, and I always, I could date a couple, I could date somebody and then leave town for a week and then come back, and you could never kind of pick up and get enough momentum going, so everything kind of started and stopped. And
you like that?
I think I liked it. I think it was the only way I could be comfortable.
What was the turning point for you, career-wise? Special?
No, Special didn't do anything.
Really?
Yeah.
At all?
My Special did nothing, yeah.
Like, you didn't feel any change?
Dude, I remember I got electrocuted. I'm just going to start there. I mean, I felt like I was just sunbathing on the Lord's front porch, bro. He was a nice, cool guy and an urban gentleman, and he had that hawk on him, baby. He had that body lumber, baby, that wiener.